So you know how I know what's important to a woman? Not by what she says, by what her actions. And the ultimate transformation is to have your words match your actions. You've gotten great at divine working, but what about divine living? Welcome to the Divine Living Podcast. I'm your host, Gina DeVee. You're not alone in wanting more. And here at the Divine Living Podcast, you can expect to be part of conversations from women like us who unapologetically dream big and are obsessed with manifesting our most fabulous lives. The conversation starts now. Today, we are talking about how to set you up for the ultimate success the feminine way this week. And you want to know how that's going to happen? I'm going to help you get super clear on what your month intention is, and then we're going to break it down by the week. And if we're going to get super fancy, we'll do an extension into 90 days, but not past that. And this is one of my secret solutions for getting big success quickly. So I want you to pay attention, shut off any other tabs, and really focus over these next 10 minutes where I'm going to show you how to set yourself up for success in a way that's sustainable and that is just going to have you feeling so in love with your life, so at peace with yourself as a woman and in your body, and finally feeling like you are on top of things, finally feeling that you're really enjoying your life versus any temptation for going into overwhelm or the need to feel like you're always behind and never getting enough done, because that is no way to live. When I did this, I'm a Capricorn, so I like structure in certain ways. I definitely love results. And I found that the best way for me to get the biggest results the most quickly, by the way, I do love instantaneous gratification. I don't think patience is a virtue, none of that stuff. This is all about speed, ladies, speed. I sat down and I noticed like I was just busy in my business. Like I had so much going on. I had my social media happening. I had my Facebook ads. I had my fulfillment programs for the Divine Living Academy. I was working on my book. Like there were live events coming up. There was like all this like swirling of departments. And my team is awesome. We were all rocking it, or should I say we were all working it. And what was true was that we were really working it. We were all busy. We're all A players. We're all professionals. We were all, by all means, doing great. However, we were busy and working. And here's what I mean by this. I, as the leader of the company, hadn't taken responsibility for setting really clear goals and intentions about where we were going in a shorter period of time. Yes, we all are in love with the Divine Living brand and the message of women's empowerment and helping women make money, and it's all about who they become in the process and living these divine lifestyles. But there is sort of this amorphous kind of vague goal of helping more people and making more money, which is good because we were moving ourselves forward until I got really clear that we could be doing it better. We could be more precise, we could be more exact, and we could use more of what's inside of us from a spiritual connection, from a powerful intention, from a individual and collective focus to really catapult things forward. And so it had to start with me. And I had to take a look at, and for me, I chunk things down, and I had to look at 1 month. So I want you to look at this 1 month and just the next 4 weeks. What do you desire to accomplish in this next month? And go ahead and write it down, have it come to mind. Like, and I know you have like probably a bunch of things going on, but the fewer the better here. Is it to make a certain amount of money? Is it to grow your list by a certain amount? Is it to launch a program? Like to finish a sales page? Like what's your intention this month? Okay. And once you have that, then I want you to break it down by weeks. It's just 4. Like what, for you to be, I'm just going to use a standard one, right? Let's say you want to make $10,000 this month. For you to be at 10 grand at the end of the month, what do you need to do week 1, 2, 3, so that by the end of week 4, you've accomplished your goal? For those of you who have a more advanced business and more things going on, you might do this in maybe 3 to 5 categories of your business, right? You might look at how much money do you want to make? How many new clients do you want to bring in? How much do you want to grow your list? And maybe like what new media or collaborations you want to do. You can have different categories here, but not too many, and not 97,000 tabs open, and not all this flailing like you don't know what to do and where. Like, this is really streamlined. And when you take a look at that monthly goal, and then you work backwards and you start to look at, now you're clear on what do you need to accomplish this week? So oftentimes the starting place is your schedule. Really taking a look at what does your schedule need to look like for you to accomplish this goal? Now, I have a snazzy little tip for you that's going to definitely help. I have 0 to-do list. Ever. There's not a sticky note ever, unless we're taking photos and we need it to look cool. And I have like a hot pink stickies, but I don't have a sticky note. I don't have a notebook. I have no to-do list. What I do have is a calendar. And so for me to accomplish my monthly goals and then my weekly goals, I never leave anything in a to-do list. I go and I calendar it. If I need to work on something for writing, I go and block out that amount of time and it says writing. If I'm going to have workout time in, which yay me, I've been doing that lately, that it's calendared. If I'm going to meet with my team to be growing my social media or to be growing my paid traffic, that's in the calendar as well. So I'm never wondering, oh my gosh, is there enough time to do it all? I can see. It's very neatly and clearly laid out. So everything in my calendar revolves around that intention. So you know how I know what's important to a woman? Not by what she says, by what her actions. And the ultimate transformation is to have your words match your actions. So I know that you're probably a free spirit. I know that if you're not already doing this kind of calendaring thing, that you might feel that your calendar is going to stifle you. For those that feel it's going to stifle you, let me promise you, this is the feminine way for you to access your greatest freedom, because this is how you're going to get your needs met. Remember, if you go and apply masculine structures, it will actually be in service to your feminine vision. All right? So you do this in your personal life, you do this in your business life. For those of you that are all about the schedule and the sticky notes and the color coordinated this and that, just be careful that you haven't sucked the life out of it and that there is room for you to be feminine and be alive, that you haven't gone too much in your masculine. Because just accomplishing a task doesn't actually include the spirit of something as well. Because people are going to feel the spirit of it. It's like when you cook, right? You can make a salad and there's a salad. Oh, better yet, because we've all experienced this. You can go to Starbucks and you can get your latte, right? You can tell when that latte has been made with love and when it's just an assembly line, right? There's like the lovely foam at the top, or it's just some hot milk with some coffee in it. It's going to scald your tongue. The same thing goes with everything that you do in your business and in your life. People can feel if you're anxious, if you're worried, if you're stressed, if you're angry, or if you're doing it with love. So as you go and you set your intention, start with this month, and then work out, it's just 4 weeks. And go and calendar what needs to happen for you to take good care of yourself, for you to take action and actually get done what needs to be done, and for you to do it with love in the process. This is how you will change your life in a week, the feminine way. Because this, my love, is what the ultimate success really is. It's not just accomplishing, and it's not just self-care. It's about really living in purpose. It's about really accessing all the power and capability that is within you. And as an entrepreneur, you know, there's so many opportunities for distraction. Get yourself organized this week. Dial it in. I know that you have bigger dreams, and I know that you have goals and desires. I do too. It's called a clothing line, ladies. I have things that I want to do outside of this week also. However, for me to get to some of those bigger goals, I got to dial it in this week. I need to use this week in all of its glory and everything that it's meant for, and move forward some of the foundational pieces, some of the emotional mastery pieces, some of the leadership pieces. I know that's what's on my agenda. What is on yours? So I want you to get super clear and connected with what it is. Remember, there's not a right or a wrong here. And if you're not sure, go into your journal and journal it out and pray and ask for divine guidance to lead you. And then once you've done that, go and calendar it out. You're going to see how possible your way of living the ultimate success for you really is. And not one day, but actually this month and this week. And after this, you're going to know exactly what you need to do with your time today.
Queen. All right, woman, ask and it is given. That is right. I had so much fun and such big transformations occurred at the Divine Direction New York City event. I have opened up kind of a world tour for more locations coming to a city near you. That's right. We're going to be in Italy. Oh my gosh, at the most glorious location. In October, we're going to be in Chicago in November, and we're going to be in South Florida in December. So check out divineliving.com/direction, or the link is in the show notes. And a whole white party soiree is how it kick off the Friday night or whatever the first night is. And then the next 2 days of solid training, coaching, transformation, being in the room with high vibe women from around the world in these elite kind of mini experiences. I mean, it's a big experience, but it's a mini event. I am so excited to welcome you there. So check it out. There's only 50 spots per event available. So if you want to meet me in Italy or Chicago or South Florida, the options are now open and you are in the early bird special pricing time. So snag your seat, get it reserved, and I can't wait to see you in real life. Mwah.